So a question we encounter a lot here in Adcore is whether we should change our bid strategy from manual bidding to smart bidding. On one hand, manual bidding makes you feel like you're in control over your campaigns and bids and able to change them once you see a change in performance. But on the other hand, it takes precious time and effort. And as you know, time is money and effort is effort. So we want to avoid these two, and we wonder if there might be a better solution for us to use. This is where Google have come up with bid strategies, an AI smart technology that can help us and them to determine the right bid for each option. And this is what we are going to discuss today. So today we will start with a quick intro, list of the advantages of smart bidding, shortly present current smart bidding strategies and case studies, and at the end we will discuss how we can move forward. What is the next thing that we can do in order to enhance the performance of ourselves, our clients, and our accounts. All right, so let's get started. So when I started to run campaigns on Google AdWords, the year was 2011, and life was very simple. You just needed to add keywords and come up with some ad creatives and set the bids and basically start making a lot of money. After a while, as competition and budgets increased, Google have added additional ways for better optimization. They have added device bid adjustments, and you can now adjust bids for time and day of the week and different locations, and so on and so on. So you had like 5 or 6 more numbers that you have to look at, and this was the way to always perform better than your competitors. You had to take every new data that Google has provided and set the right bid that takes it into consideration. Since then, there have been like 8 years, and there are 30 plus more indicators and signals that have been added to Google's algorithm. You can see some of them here. So now the Google algorithm takes into consideration things such as the user language and conversion path and operating system and interests and 30 more different signals. And you cannot take all these things all together and come up with one number or 10 numbers that you can preset and expect to see some good results. More than that, some of these signals are open for the user to see, but some of them are only available for the algorithm itself. So from one hand, Google can tell which language is converting more, but me as an advertiser cannot see this data or make any bid adjustments to support it. And this is where smart bidding has its advantage. So smart bidding can take into consideration all these signals all together and combine them to better determine whether to take place in an auction and what should be the right bid in order to reach your marketing goal. It has as you can see here, 3 auction-powered technologies. One of them is advanced machine learning. The machine learning takes this information and use it for the next time you're going to participate on a specific auction. And smart bidding combines these advanced machine learning capabilities with unparalleled optimization, frequency, and precision. That means that your actual bid is being reset not just for a specific keyword or device, as you use in manual bidding, but also for each auction, taking into consideration the user journey, last day's trend, and performance based on daily trend, hourly trend, and competition. And finally, it also takes auction time signals. That means additional factors such as exact wording of the query of the user, match type, operating system, browser, time of day, and much more, that all of them are being recalculated to make sure that your bid is accurate and stays this way along with your business results. All right, so to match your business results accurately, Google have 3 types of smart bidding strategies. First one is maximize conversions. This strategy can help you bring much more volume. So it's a great solution for anyone who is happy with the results and wants to scale up. If you have any lead gen campaigns, call conversions, sales, this can be a great solution for you. And it is very much different from target CPA. I know that eventually it sounds very similar, but the way that the algorithm works is much different. And the idea behind it is to reach a increase in conversions and not just reach a certain target CPA goal. So it's very important to use it wisely. Second one is target CPA. This strategy can help you to reach a certain CPA goal while attaining as many conversions as possible within your budget. So you have to set your budget, and once you set a specific target CPA, the algorithm works in order to reach this specific target CPA. Once it has reached this specific target CPA goal, then it will try to reach as many conversions as possible. Okay, this can work great for lead gen activities and for every activity that has a fixed value per conversion. So if you have a 0 value or 100 for all of your conversions, then this can be a great solution for you. The third one will be target ROAS. Target ROAS means that target return on ad spend. So if you're promoting an e-commerce shop, use conversions with the dynamic value or measure different values for different conversions. That means if you have a call conversion and a visit conversion and a purchase conversion, and each one has a different value, then you definitely need to work with target ROAS. Because target CPA is very simple. It thinks from where you can get as many conversions as possible. And if a certain conversion works more for you, then you would like the algorithm to take it into consideration. And target ROAS is the right strategy for you. It also takes into consideration not just the CPA, but the value for each conversion, aiming for a higher average conversion value. So after we have talked about the different strategies, actually I've gathered some case studies that present the use of these strategies and what was the effect that was made by the use. It was very important for me to take cases from different countries over the world, and I haven't gone much into details here. So if you need additional details, please send me an email afterward, and I'll gladly share. What was important is to look at the goals that each case study presents and the use and the actions that were taken. So I wanted to check how much effort was done more than just changing a strategy. And a matter of fact, I have read around 20 different case studies, and on most cases, people have just switched the campaign strategy. So it's very easy to implement. Let's go over to case study number 1. So this was made by Alcatel, a mobile company. The idea behind it was to expand traffic and their activity to additional locations. And in order to do that, their goal was to make people reach the Find a Retailer page. So they have set up the campaigns first, and then switch the campaign strategy by like 2 clicks from target CPA, what way they have used at the beginning, to maximize conversions. Once they have made this change, they have seen amazing results. They have seen 3 times more conversions and 130% increase in CTR. That means that the algorithm worked better than target CPA in order to make sure they receive more conversions. Now that it's true that the CPA increased as well, but as long as your business goal is to reach a certain volume, then it definitely helps you to reach there and relatively fast. So next one is Tetris. Tetris is an online shoe brand e-commerce store that wanted to boost sales. They have changed their bid strategy from manual bidding to target CPA. All right. In addition, they have added some audiences to their search campaigns as in observation. Basically, observation enables you to see the metrics of each audience, but without it making any changes to bidding. The only thing that they have done more than that is just change, as mentioned, to target CPA from manual bidding, and that's about it. What happened is that they have reached much more conversions, and more than that, they have a blast of impressions for their ads. So the way that algorithm works was to provide them with much more impressions, probably through display, in order to reach a huge increase in conversions. And all of that in a 3 weeks time. So adding observation audiences enables them afterwards to analyze their audience and also use it to either improve their website, improve their product, or create additional, more focused campaigns for specific audiences. Sorry. So the third case study is for a moving company. So that's a different company. It's not about sales. It's more about lead gen for moving services. Geo was Futureland, and what they thought about is how we can save time while we don't make any damage to our performance. So they were happy with the performance, but wanted to save time because optimizing the campaigns took a lot of time. What they have done is change all campaigns at once at the account level from manual bidding to target CPA smart bidding. Now that's an important point, because once you change some of the campaigns, others that are still manual can suffer from it, and you can see a decrease in conversions for the manual campaigns, since target CPA campaigns trying more and more to reach more and more conversions and expand their reach by doing so. So it was very smart to take all campaigns all together and change from manual to target CPA smart bids. Doing so, they have basically plans to save time, and were surprised to get 18% more conversions and to see a decrease in the average CPA, which was very good. And the last case study has come to us from Japan. Basically, this is a retail gift shop that wanted to boost the sales on the shop, since they had some kind of a promotion, and they wanted to bring a lot of sales at once. They have reached to this point while using target CPA, while using target ROAS strategy on all of their campaigns, and they actually tried now the maximum conversion strategy. So just to make sure, they have begun with a 50-50 experiment, which is quite interesting, because if you don't have enough security in the performance that the campaign is going to bring, or if you just want to test how it is going to affect your campaigns, this is a great way to use it. So use an experiment, take 50% of the traffic and optimize it through one strategy instead of another. They've also used RLSA ads on all their search campaigns, what have generated them more sales from existing clients. And eventually, once again, you can see great results coming in with 86% more conversions and more than 100% increase in conversion value. So not just that the conversions increased, but the conversion value, the average conversion value increased as well. So that's a great way to use conversion value and make sure that it's working for you with an experiment. Basically, I take these 4 case studies and I think, okay, it can work well. Now, I know that some of you think or have been tried before using some of these strategies. and after a week or two, you have started to see like an increase in CPA or decrease in number of conversions. And it's very important to say that we're not going to discuss on this webinar what are the best practices, but they're outside there. So if anyone needs any best practice or very important notes, so you can reach us or just search online. There are many good websites that discuss it. But it's important to say that once you implement a specific bid strategy, you have to do it right and according to the rules. So now I've tried to think that more than that, that there is like some kind of a barrier for people who have manually setting bids for a long time to move forward from do it manual to trust some kind of algorithm or, I don't know, machine learning smart bidding system that we don't know exactly what is doing and what is behind all of it, and it's just like a black hole. So as a photography lover, I try to think what it reminds me, and I started to think about photography at the beginning when you need to have like 5 or 6 different people to set up the camera and think how you can set correctly the right lights and adjust the lens and so on in order to get one photograph right. And moving to 2019, most of these features are now automatic and enables you basically to do much more. So if I look at it this way, then during the 1900s, then most of your efforts was in camera and lens settings, trying to make the right settings. And you had some effort for the best composition and choosing the right time of the day for the lights to be right and the room to be right. And you had some time for development to take eventually the negative and make it an image. And during the and if you look at these days photography, then camera and lens settings is one thing, but if you use auto settings or have your preset ready, then you have enough time to think about other things, such as social marketing for your business, or any post-production, like interesting post-productions effects, and how to improve your skills, how to make myself a bit more artistic, what message would I like to bring with my photography, how do I handle my customers? Perhaps I can provide them with better customer service. So photography is around 20% of the actual work, and all others can fill this gap because the camera has been improved dramatically, enabled me to take my time and do things that are better for my business. So same thing for bidding. So if up until last few years, bidding was most of the work, and we had some work talking with clients or with our bosses about reporting and UX and upper funnel targeting and attribution, then now bidding can be easily managed with algorithms, and we can take our time and use it for better customer acquisition, to discuss attribution with our clients, and upper funnel targeting and reporting and UX and CRO, and I guess you have 20 more things that you like to do and you never have enough time. So now you can do it. And I think that this is a good enough reason to give it a try. And it can definitely improve your day-to-day work and make it much more interesting. And I think that if you have clients, then they can also feel it right away, because I guess you're not necessarily sharing with them that you've increased this bid or that bid by 10%. It's all about results. And once you take these important additional customer service, such as reports and discussions about strategy to the client, then he can definitely be much happier. So I hope that, so now we're about to end. So first of all, thank you for your time. I hope that you find it very useful. And even if you just consider to start using any type of bid strategies, then I'm glad to reach this point. I just want to say a few things about the upcoming holiday season. So more than just using different strategies, it is the right time to take into consideration additional metrics such as the growth that you want to reach, or your competition and what do they do, and then perhaps try to think how you can involve this different changing environment with your strategy and then use it wisely. Okay, so thank you for your time.